Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome. I am just reading your chats. Parth was first. We should give some kind of awards for people who jump on the stream first. Happy birthday, Tan. Why do you and Gurubai have to stream at the same time? I feel like two bikes. Man, you now have to convince Gurubai to come here so that you don't have to do the split. How are you doing, Tan? How are you doing, Parth? You guys can hear me, right? I'm going to put on some music. Oh, he knows? Okay. Oh, you can't hear the music? Maybe you guys will hear the music now? Yes. Good. How are you? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. But I'm afraid, worried about today's stream. I don't know how many bugs did you and Tan find. Hopefully none, but you can't hear me? Wait, what? It shows here that my mic is working. Hello. Just a few. Okay. You can hear me, Parth. Don't play games. Okay. So how are the bugs? What does it look like? Okay. I get that. Let me close this. Close this. Keep this open. So what are the bugs, guys? What are the bugs? I think I know one. Tan is Discord. Tan did send me something in Discord. Parth, your sense of humor is like mine. Full of PJs. I'm going to share my screen. Anyone fan of dark mode? Be warned. I am not a dark mode user if given a choice. The round is not changing as before. That's what Tan said. I'll recap what we are doing here for anyone who is new or someone who sees the video after the stream. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to build a game called Wavelength, which is a board game, but we are trying to convert it into a multiplayer web-based game. And The way the game works is, let me just start this. The way the game works is let's say there are 2 or 3 players, they can either play in team mode where there are 2 teams, or they can play in PvP mode where there are each player, PvP, player versus player. Now, at each point in the game, one player is the psychic and other 2 players have to guess. And the way that works is, can I show you? I'm just going to summarize what we have till now, right? Just 1. Let's do PvP mode. 5 points. Initialize game. We have this. Join the game. Ooh. Right, so assign psychic. Start game. Ooh. You guys, by the way, did you guys like this kick-ass animation that I've added everywhere? I'm on a stream chatting with Guru Bhai. Okay. Look at this. This is so good. Anyways, so the psychic, right? He decides, okay, there are 2 extremes, weak and strong. And then the psychic decides which way the value lies. The psychic decides the value. And let's say he says, okay, this is the range. So his guess is 72%, right? And then anything like the other 2, the orange and the yellow color gaps are whatever, 68, 65, whatever that, right? And the psychic locks the guess that this is his estimate. And then he gives hints about weak and strong. So it's somewhat between like 50 and 100, so around 72% strong. So he would say whatever, black coffee is as strong as, is this person more stronger than whatever, green tea. I'm just making stuff up. So the psychic will give such hints. And the players have to move around this dial and guess what the value would be. So if they guess correctly, so in this case, let's say I guess 67 and lock the guess, ting, the psychic will get the points because they provided very good hints and the players were able to, guess it. And that's it. Then when you go to the next round, the other player becomes the psychic and they keep repeating. So it's a nice wavelength matching game that everyone plays. So Parth, explain me this because Tan is not here. He said there was a feedback where the round ended like this. I could not see where did he guess. So in the screen, it is over here. Like, see, here is the guess. 66.76%. This is the... Oh, yeah. Ask your question. And this is the psychics thing that, okay, they said 73.27% strong. And this was my guess. So the psychic didn't get any points? I think so. The psychic did get points. So when I go to next mode, so now if you see the scoreboard, the psychic did get 3 points. So that board that you saw earlier, it wasn't the scoreboard. It was everyone's guess. I think we need to clean up that guess thingy. But the main scoreboard is, I moved things around to like make the UI more good, beautiful, at least what looks beautiful to me. So, but yeah, the scoreboard is up here. You click on it and you can see the current score. So right now, Psychic E got 3 points, and now I am the Psychic. So DaveMode is the Psychic. DaveMode has 0 points. Okay, so we can quickly try this. So I'll just lock this, and I'll lock this, right? So this guy got 4 points. Oh, I think you are talking about this, right? This total, it doesn't show the points. This I need to fix. But when I click on next round, now if I see the scoreboard, see DaveMode, he got 4 points. So this is my Chrome browser. And the Brave got 2 points. Oh, but in the round some of the points, yes. I think it gets added in the background, right? But it doesn't show the points in the UI. So it's a UI thing that we need to change. But I need to understand the other issue that you guys are facing, because I couldn't reproduce it for, like, I don't know why. And I actually went through the code without using AI, and it was a painful process, but yeah. But I couldn't, what is this? Okay. But yeah, I couldn't figure out why it's happening. The only reason could be, the only reason could be that either our Supabase is not, like the real-time connection is not reliable and consistent, because, we are using the free version, or it is reliable in condition, but when we get the update in the front end, there are some race condition that doesn't update the state, doesn't update the UI, and since after that there are no updates, it gets stuck in a place. So I do have a theoretical fix for that if that is the issue. I think when Tan ends his psychic round and passes the roll to me, I can move the wheel or the target. Okay. Let's try this, okay? Are you on my Discord, Parth? Are you on my Discord? Even if if you are not, you can just go to Wavelength, this website. Oh, let me post this. Oh, okay. So you can't join the game, right? Code Guy. Man, Code Guy codes kick-ass games. Code Guy is the real game developer. Welcome. How are you doing? So, okay, if you guys can't join, I'm going to... You guys can hear me, right? If I keep the mic here. Hello. Mic, okay, it's working. Hey, Thor, welcome. How are you doing, Thor? How are you doing, Thor? Join a game. 7RBXY. 7RBHXY. All right. What's the progress, man? Lol, I dropped everything. I need to focus on something important. Oh, okay. Is it work important or just some new project that you thought of? What's the progress? Progress is it's done. I also deployed it. By the way, you guys can, and if anyone can join this, okay, let me create a new room. Studio -2. Player v player. 5 points. Initialize game. If anyone can join this, let me know. Yeah, but there is this one production issue that I am not able to consistently reproduce or debug. So it's related to updating the screens. When a round ends, everyone should go to the next round, things like that. If what we have doesn't work, then I'm going to, so we are using socket connections, right? Real-time updates for this. And the guess is, ooh, Thor is here. And the guess is if, what was that? Yeah, if, like even if real-time updates is working, it's not consistent. And if it's consistent, then there's some issue in the client-side state, some race condition that's breaking the UI updates. So my plan is to go back to polling method instead of socket or real-time update side. So we'll see how it works. All right, Thor, you are ready? Okay, I'm going to start the game. Okay, Thor is the psychic. Oh, I thought Thor was the psychic. Okay, I am the psychic. Okay, I'm going to set this to this only 50% for now. Lock. So Thor, you should get a. You should be able to now change the. Ooh, okay, it works. I didn't get any points, but it works. Okay. Next round. So this is the issue. So now technically Thor should be the psychic. And he did guess. Thor, do you want to give me a hint? I would say, see, Thor doesn't worry, doesn't have to worry about luxury or budget travel, right? He just rotates his hammer and he just goes anywhere. But that is a luxury. So I'll go with luxury. Maybe here. Oh. Tomorrow is Republic Day, but they're telling me to work from. What the hell? They can't, right? It's an official holiday. Okay. So let's go to next round. Thor, are you in the next round? I didn't see any messages from Thor, but I'm guessing he's in the next round. So I'll just keep it to 50% Thor. Just make sure you select this 50%. Otherwise, this game will never end. So it is working. I mean, neither of us are winning because we are not communicating, but it is working. Whoa. One thing is I want to remove this round 3 out of something because now we don't have round base, so I'll remove that. See, it is working, so I'm going to lock this. Hey, Thor 1 points. There you go, 0%. Thor should have 4 points. Next round. Thor, you are in India, right? Okay, I'm going to lock this. Hopefully Thor selects this if he wants me to win. Yay! Boys, are you seeing this? So next round. So now Thor is the psychic. Oh, he already guessed his locked his guess. Oh, I have to. Oh, yeah, Thor got the points. So now Thor should be the winner. Something went wrong here. I don't know what. I forgot. I lost my thought. But see, round progression is working. That's my argument. The points are resetting. Oh. You know what? I think I know why. Oh, you started a new game, Thor? Okay, Thor is here. Okay, I'm going to let's just select 50% and see if points are working or not, right? Looks like now is the issue. Or you need to guess unless you are stuck somewhere. No, you are not in the game. Oh, you are not in the game. Okay, that's interesting. So the points are resetting. I think I know why. Let me open this. So, game rooms. Ooh, PvP. Was this the one that we played? Game state. Current round. Team score 12. Or maybe not. Can you test it? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, let me host another game. I want to name it something. Points test. Player mode. Initialize game. Is anyone joining, or I can maybe just play with myself? I mean, no, I didn't mean that. I can play on different devices. Here is the URL if anyone wants to join. So let's see, points test, right? I want to make sure I have the thing open. Let's see, game rooms. Where is points test? Yeah, this one. So this is the one. Max 0.5. Okay, we have this over here. So now we want to look at the rounds where room ID is this. Apply filter. So right now there are no rounds. Okay, I'm going to start the game on my back to menu, join a room, XSB416. XSB416. So code, you can't tell them no. It's a national holiday. It's anti-national to make you work. You should tell them. All right, start game. Okay. So this guy is the psychic. Lock. Okay. Lock. So in this case, yeah, see here it's stuck on my iPad. I did not. I'm still waiting for it to go to this page. It's just stuck here. If I do next round, so next round worked. If I see the scoreboard, I got the iPad guy got the points. If I see here, this guy got the points, so we are correct. Now let's see. It should have one round, right? Okay, so first round, locked positions, points earned. It says points earned 4, but who earned that point? Right? It doesn't say who earned the point. So for game state, let's also filter here, room ID, right? Current psychic ID updated at, right? So we need, I think this is what's happening in rounds. Not rooms, rounds. It says points earned, but is it saying? So I think there's a disconnect between how it's how the points are being saved. See what I mean? Interesting. Points earned 4. Now let's go to the next round. So here I'll just select something weird so that I don't get points. Right? So next round. Scoreboard 4-0. Points earned 0. So it's just saying points earned over here. Does it say psychic ID, locked positions, right concept, round number, room ID? So first round 4.00, but where does it say? You know the issue. Like even in the rounds, it doesn't save. Let me open this real quick. Player ID, position, player name. Yeah, it doesn't say who the psychic is and who earned the point. This thing is broken, the database state. So now let's say, let me log this. Go here and lock. Oh no, this is wrong. Go here, lock guess, then stressed. Yeah, I am stressed. But it gave points to this guy. And Gaurang happened with 4 points. Yeah, something is messed up. Right, there has to be a consistent state where it just calculates all the team awesome score. Yeah, see? Okay, I think I know what the issue is. Where is it? Okay. Components, 3D game developer skill UI docs. You know what? This is one of the mistakes that we made. Like some of these logs are very old. I think I'm going to delete them to avoid confusion. API Gemini auditor, but getting started. I'll keep getting started for now. No, even getting started is the older version. Yeah. I'm just going to ask the agent to create documentation of database schema, and then we'll work from there. I'm going to use Opus Thinking. And where would it create it from? Hookslip, Supabase migration. Yeah. And the Supabase. I also had something like this before. Lib, not hooks. I want to make sure I didn't create schemas or anything before doing this. We have different APIs, components. No, I don't. Okay. And the code base to create markdown in the docs folder defining the database schema. This document needs to be the source of truth of all our database tables. DB tables, columns, and data types. So once we have the schema, then we can guide the agent to update it accordingly. So what my plan is, let me also open Supabase local right now. Yeah. What my plan is, so right now, our round info has the score, but it doesn't have where it is assigning the score. So instead I will create a score table or score column over here, and at the end of each round, uh, it will assign scores to the players, right? So it will be like a JSON object with scores to each players. That way, there's again single source of truth, whether it's a team mode or a game or a PvP mode, it doesn't matter. And each player gets the and like we know which player is getting the scores. That way, it's updated correctly. Let's see how it goes. I also saw there's a difference between my local and production tables because I cleaned up the tables I think last week or so. So we need to do that as well. Hopefully that is not an issue. I also made some changes in my local host. I don't know why they are not getting. Maybe I didn't deploy it. Plus 3000. Host a game, player mode. Test one. This has game. Join a game. And just join this. Join. Assign psychic. Start game. Yeah, see, this is not there in production yet, I think. Because I wanted to hide this. I wanted. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but yeah. Basically, even the pairs that we get, those are hidden. So. And then we'll have a consistent score everywhere. That's what we are going to do. Let me see. Where? Oops. Why is that 23? Okay, this is what I deleted. Where did he create this file? Okay. Is it in the... I think migration process. Do you guys see the database schema file? Oh, no. Oh, I don't like this. This is where I wanted to do this. Oh, okay. And the Supabase directory. Rest of the code base. So this is something in anti-gravity that's weird. Like it can have. So this is the agent view that they have, agent manager, and you can work on multiple projects at a time. I need to get used to it because what I did was I made the last change in another project instead of this one, and I blame that on lack of caffeine. That's what it is. Rest of the code base. What was my prompt? To create a database schema markdown document in the docs folder. This document needs to be the source of truth for all the tables, columns, and data types. in Supabase TV. This is where you need to make the change. Okay, I'll be back, guys. Just give me a second. Is it still thinking? Looks like it. Hello back. I'm Gaurang. Nice to meet you. I'm here all night, guys. What a joke. Man, I need to add my sound effects back. Welcome back, Tan. Did Guru end his stream? I'm still on the other side of the stream. But here too, because he's not talking much anymore. Ooh. So Tan, me and no, he didn't end his stream. Okay. What is he playing? I'm assuming he's playing games. Let me check on him. Valorant, man. He's playing Valorant. Okay, so we have this. Let us review that. Can I close this? Yes. He only plays one game. I know, man. I hate that game. I don't know why. So we have game state over here. Okay. So now we need to fix this. Dial updates. That makes sense. Okay, good. Wait, I didn't mean to close it. Mermaid. Okay, let me add mermaid here. You used to play Valorant, right, Tan? Parse error. This is horrible. So game room has this. So game room should have a game scoreboard or something like that table, where we save the score, not the current psychic. Current team also is not useful. Yeah, we can remove that. So let me start taking notes. Where is Notion? I'll just add it here because it's related to this guy. Okay. DB state changes, DB schema change. So one is add a scoreboard column to scoreboard. You didn't got that? Oh, okay. No, I'm saying you used to play Valorant, right? Before? Add a scoreboard column to game room. I'm trying to think. Okay, we'll worry about it later on. It should have player ID to score. It should have player ID or a team ID to the score mapping. That gets updated at the end of every game. So, and right now we are doing this in rounds, I think. Yeah. Points earned, right? Okay. Second thing was current team. I'll keep it like that. Not anymore. Oh, okay. How was your exam, by the way? Which I forgot which exam was it, but so that should take care of the scoring part. Okay. And I also want to see API game round. Where are we, or how are we calculating score? Hopefully it's here. I'll be back, guys. Ow, I hurt myself. Now you will see a mind-blowingly huge spike in productivity. You'll be like, oh my god, where was this guy? Sorry, I'll be back, guys. Ow. So like I was saying, did you mix cocaine with caffeine? No man, I don't need cocaine. Only caffeine is good, which I didn't have so far. You know, the right way to drink tea is this. Oh man, I burnt my tongue. Round results. Okay, where is this getting updated from? Player ID, player name. This is what is very confusing. Next round. We are teaching how to do T to T. Tea addiction. Oh boy, how many cups of tea do you drink? So yeah, Brave should get the points. Log guess. Yeah, it's not saving it. Okay. Players. There is no score is 0. Yeah, the players table, I mean over here it does show score. I'm confused. 4 to 5 cups. Holy guacamole. But this thing's volume is too high. Okay. In May and June. Why in May and June? I am so conflicted right now. Okay, let me focus. By the way, oh, okay. By the way, see, I also, oh, you cannot see. Let me move. Let me move to somewhere here. By the way, I also added this. So someone can sponsor my tea. Anyways, let's test this, man. Tan, let's fix this. I'm tired of this game. What was the issue? Yes. So let's see. Points test 1212. Player mode 5. Initialize game. Okay. Join game. Okay. Assign psychic. So Brave is psychic. Start game. That is the wrong info that I get because Brave is not psychic here. That's bug number 1. So this guy is the psychic, whatever his name is. Lock. Brave says lock. So DaveMode should get 4 points. So let's go to our thingy. Game rooms. Oh man, yeah, I'm not a tea addict. I drink 1 cup of tea a day, but that's about it. Game room points test 1212. Here you go. Copy cell. Let's see. Game state. Filter. Add. Room ID. This. Apply. Rounds. Room ID. Apply. There's 1 round. Players. Filter. Filter. Room ID. Not ID. Room ID. Apply. Okay. Okay, right now we don't have any score, but now if I click on next round, this is when it's supposed to calculate the scores. Yeah, it did calculate the score over here and it gave it to DaveMode, which is correct. Now we'll make this guy lose. Yes. Oh no. Next round. So now it's again DaveMode, lock. And we'll also again check the score. So ideally 4-0. Okay. Lock. So now it's still 4-0, but the moment I click on next, that's when. So here it shows 4 points. Here it shows 4 points. And here it shows 8 points. So the disconnect is So there are two things, right? One is when all the players, it doesn't calculate the score till the players click on next round, right? That is one issue. Second is in the final, in the scoreboard, it needs to always show the latest score. So let me do this. I don't think we need to minus docs cleanup. I don't think we need to we need to change the schema yet. Okay. So right now the score is only calculated when the host clicks on next round. Update the logic so that once every player locks in their guesses, the score is automatically calculated. What was the screen? Game room, play, lobby, results, and showed in the total score calculated. Auto and automatically are not two, and shown in the results page. Always show the total score in results and game end page and not just the round score. Let's see how it works. Why is it agent is terminating? I don't get it. So ideally, I think we can take advantage of this processing. Yeah. If we trigger like multiple agents at a time and not one at a time, but we have made some mistakes in designing this, like how we set up a repository and everything. So I don't want to have multiple agents working on it and then stepping on each other's work. I don't know what will the outcome, and I just want to call it a day for this soon enough. So hey Zaro, you made it. Yeah, welcome. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. So I'll thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate that. Yeah. How are we vibing? We are vibing good and positive and strong. We are trying to finish a game that we started like 4 or 5 streams ago. So I'll show you what we are building. Let me show here only. So it's a game called Wavelength. Let me move my camera. Oops, I locked it again. Oops. I had moved it to demo few things, but yeah, we are vibing a game called Wavelength, where different players 7 streams ago, yeah, where like different players they join this room, and the way it works is every player, like randomly each player gets assigned as a psychic. Let me prove this. All this. Join the room. There you go. Yes. So each player plays a role of a psychic in each round, and then they try to give hints to each other about concept pairs. So let's see. So in this round, let's say I am the psychic. So there's a concept pair like good movie, bad movie, right? And then I can select the range where I want to set the score to. So maybe I'll set it somewhere here, right? And then I'll give hints to all the other players. There can be multiple players playing. I can try and give hints of good movie. Let me do this then. Let's say I set it to this, right? So I would say Lord of the Rings. So people who know me would know I'm batshit crazy about Lord of the Rings. So they would try and guess it. So once I lock this, other players can move their dial and then select. He said Lord of the Rings. I know he's crazy about Lord of the Rings, so they might set the dial to this. Or if they don't know me, they might set the dial to some other score. And once they lock in their guess, the psychic gets the points based on everyone's guesses, and you go round after round till you get the maximum points. And so there are PvP mode, there's team modes and all that. So right now no one got the score because that was a bad guess. But let's say no demo. Okay, I need to guess. So these are the bugs that I'm trying to fix, but let's see. So once the player locks in the correct guess, there you go. The psychic got the 4 points and things like that. So it's a fun game. I never played it. Couple of my viewers suggested that they used to play it, but the version that they played on was very basic, so I tried to make a better version of it. There are a few bugs there, very annoying bugs that I'm trying to fix, and they are more annoying because I mostly vibe coded it, and I have very little insight on the code base, and that's my determination that I don't want to look at the code, or I'll minimize my understanding of the code and just vibe code it. So that's the frustrating part. But there are a few interesting bugs that I'm trying to fix. Hey Nishkal, welcome, welcome, welcome. Then I hope I was at game developing to understand all of it. Oh, don't worry. We'll hopefully in couple of streams hopefully at the next stream we'll start a new game. I have a really fun idea that I want to work on. It's not exactly game, but it's something. It's like a tool for streamers. I had built a similar tool before, but now that we can use AI to build faster, I have a more advanced idea. I'm just waiting. Like I want to call it a day here. Why is it running? Oh, it's creating build. Okay. I want to make this production ready, as in people can just play it with whatever it is, and then I want to call it a day for this. The build process. So right now the bug we are trying to fix is the scoring part. The scoring is not consistent. Every time the round ends, the expectation is that the everyone sees total scores in the scoreboard, but that's not happening right now. That's one bug. The second was the annoying bug that you saw when I was demoing it, that sometimes the round switch between rounds, it doesn't happen for everyone. So one player might have been taken to the next round, the other players are still there, stuck on the previous round, and then the game goes into this inconsistent state. It's very hard to consistently, so it's a race condition somewhere, and I can reproduce it, so I don't know how to debug it. Worst case, I'm thinking I'm using Supabase's real-time updates to like update the state of the UI. So I'm thinking I'll go change that to poll-based mechanism, so that even if there's a race condition in the UI, the polls will work no matter what. At every 3 seconds or 2 seconds, it will get the info, update the state if needed, and that way no one is stuck. But let's see, maybe I'll just do that after this. Okay, what did we do? So we updated the score calculation implementation. Summary implemented score calculation triggers all lines. Check and reveal round function. So how are you doing, Zaro? Are you vibing anything on this weekend? I mean, it's hard to vibe when it's nice and sunny outside. I wanted to go out, but then I didn't stream in a week, so I thought, let me just do this. Even this is fun, so auto reveal action. Okay, just playing some TFT. What's TFT? TFT. I'm bad with game names and acronyms, and I have a goldfish memory, so sometimes I forget even if I know. Okay, it created a new teamfight tactics. Oh, is it a game? Teamfight tactics? Oh, interesting. Auto chess. Okay. It said it was on Android and iOS. Okay. Spin-off for League of Legends. Okay. Wow. Okay, where was I? Yes. Auto reveal function. It updated the UI. Okay. Oh, it also created a nice flow diagram for me. New player. Okay, this is helpful. Can I zoom in? Can I do this, please? I can't zoom in. I can. Okay. So non-psychic player locks in lock dial position, save dial position, active games. Okay. Auto reveal round, count locked players. Okay. Now, if all players are locked, then we go calculate and persist scores. Okay. Reveal points earned. Waiting for me. Okay. Reveal false lock count. I didn't understand this point. Okay, if it's wait, okay, if all players are locked, then it reveals the true. It is reveal is true and points earned is shown. If all it's waiting for all players, more players, then reveal is false. Lock count and requirement. Okay, this is interesting. I'll see. Navigate to results after 2 seconds delay. Okay. Okay, let's try this. This is localhost. Okay, back to the menu, refresh, host a game, 5 points, new scoring test, initialize, go to Brave, refresh, back to the menu, join a game, join this game. Okay, so we have the game running. We'll see, last time even the psychic was, so let's see, assign psychic. So technically my player in the Brave browser should be the psychic. Start game. But it always assigns him the psychic. So that's also tricky. I mean, not tricky, but buggy. But we'll look into it. So, okay. Let me lock. Let me guess. All right. +4. Nice. Nice. But no, it calculated wrong. Because psychic was DaveMode, like the Chrome, but it assigned 4 points to this thing, to the browser. Now if I do next round, lock, now it's correct. Yeah, now it's correct. Scoreboard is wrong here. Let's see the database. Game rooms, copy cell, apply filter. No, I want to see it in players. Apply filter. Okay, here the score is right. So, which is a good news because it's only a UI issue, not a logic issue. Rounds, apply filter, 4 each. Players, okay. Okay, so next round. So now Chrome is the oh. It's interesting. Wait, I lock position, it doesn't show anything. So what something is weird. So what's happening here is right now I moved to the next round, right? And it automatically locked the psychic's position. In the UI. Let me do this. So here I can move this. So let's see. So we are in round 4, tachyclassy, psychic hint, target position. See, in round 3, the target position was null. You know what? I think I know what's happening. I think when you move to the next round, I think the target position is not getting reset on the UI, right? And that's causing the UI to freeze on that, freeze that, hey, target position has already been selected, right? And that's why there is this inconsistency. So let me search the UI. Okay, this is good. This is good job. Target position, not target, it's target. Active game screen. Yeah, see, we are actually accept all changes. Yeah. Git status, git add, git commit, new updated scoring mechanism. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There are two things I want to fix. One is this guy, right? This score is not getting updated, and other is the target position. So let's first fix the score thing because we are working on score, so we want to keep it consistent. So the scoreboard component doesn't reflect the correct score component in the header. Score. It should always reflect the score even if the round is going on. Round is even in the middle of a round. I think it's just a UI update, so it shouldn't be an issue. I saw that game years ago. People still play that game. Wow, that's an online game, right? It looks online. Did I close it? I think I closed it. Yeah. So I was thinking about what we can do differently in the next project. So one was we created like the prototype. If you remember, we tried P2P socket programming, everything in the same repo, and then started working on the final version here. So I think that created a lot of confusing state in our code base, and I think that was the root cause of many issues. Also, the agent created a lot of documentation during that prototyping phase, as in some case we asked it to create those documentation. And I think whenever we were adding more features, the documentation was causing more harm than help. For example, see, we only need these 5 tables. That's it. We only need 5 tables for it. 5 database tables. But if you go to the dashboard that I deployed, it has these many tables, like signaling table, I think participants table, messages table. These are the tables from our prototyping phase. So we don't need it right now. I mean, it just disrupted our flow. So we are going to fix that. Is our next project decided? Yes. Actually, not 100%, 90% decided. So I have two finalists right now in my mind. Right, one is something similar to game, but more of a streamer tool where the stream, like the audience of the stream, can participate in their own game while the streamer is playing something else. I had made something similar earlier, but it never saw. I released it to production, but not for too long. I think I shut it down. That is one. That's where I'm leaning towards. But the challenge there is that if I want to test it, I'll also have to stream on Twitch. And in order to test it, I'll need viewers on stream constantly chatting. So that is something that I need to set up and figure out. So I need to set up my Twitch. I haven't done that for this channel. Second one is second one is also interesting, where I want to create a game like Temple Run or even Battlefield, but where we use voice to attack everywhere. I think we can 2 or 3 are more than enough. Yeah. Open. 2 or 3 are more than enough. Even I can then create. I have another account. I can create and chat to increase that. But yeah, like me in his current path. Yeah. Let's. I'll create an account today most likely, and then I'll share the link, and we can do it in next round. I fixed the issue whether the problem the scoreboard header wasn't updated or locked in. Even the scores were in calculated process. Solution handle lock-in after successful auto calls load game data to refresh the scores from the database team. Okay. Ideally, okay, it's reload the. API.getPlayers. Why does it have to call it? Is the new. What was that? Flux architecture. I want to make sure. Implementation follows the. Can I just do this? Audio is not supported for this model. Ooh. Does the new. So, what I did right now was, I don't know if you can see if the text is too small, but yeah. What I did right now was, again, this was one of the mistakes that we made. I wanted the whole game to always follow the flux architecture. So what is flux architecture is, the gist of it is, your state is immutable. And so basically, whenever you update, let's say the state, the update always goes from your app to the data store, like database in our case, and it comes back to the client side store, and the UI elements always look at the client side stores to update their state. So UI elements like our dial and everything, they don't know what API is or what database it is. It just subscribes to the client side store, and whenever the store changes, the UI changes. And that's good because we can replace the APIs with something else. We can change the database, we can change the API calls and everything. The state, as long as the state definition is consistent, everything works consistent. If there are multiple components looking at the same state, like the score in this case, it should be consistent everywhere. But again, we didn't create agents.markdown. We didn't do all those things in the beginning. So now whenever we add a feature, the agent goes haywire and just does its own thing. It does the shortest possible route. It takes the shortest possible route to get the implementation, and yeah, that's it. It just does it, right? So it's not scalable. It introduces more bugs. Like the score is correct at one place, but score is inconsistent somewhere else. Things like that, right? So we are going to fix that. Streamer, do you want to play Minecraft? No, sir. Thank you. maybe sometime in future. Maybe when I reach 1,000 subscribers, that's when I'll play Minecraft. 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's the target. Aww. Don't worry, Prath. We'll play Minecraft one day, okay? When I stream on my gaming channel, that's when we'll play Minecraft. Pays to sub bot to reach 1,000 subs. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We'll create agentic subscribers that will. Does this open editor? Oh, it does this. Got it. Okay, so now let's check the scoring and then we'll fix that bug. So, oh, it did complete, right? Oh, it's still generating. Okay, hold on. Yippee! Parth is funny guy. I like your sense of humor, man. Yeah, this doesn't go. Hello. Okay. Why does this agent keep getting errored out? And I think once we have the correct repo setup, I think all this will go faster. Remove the local player state, no longer using this, and now it is directly from the use game. So there you go, players, top players, fetch players. Redirect the transform. Okay, single source of truth. Okay. So let's try this. Okay. So what is the score right now? 4-4. And the brave is the psychic. Okay, let me refresh and start new game because we just made a bunch of changes. Okay. So host is Chrome. I'm going to set. Let me try team mode this time. What should I name it? Why am I blanking here? I want to name something so that I can easily find. So, score refactor test 1. Initialize game. I can copy it from here. Go here, join a game. I want to make sure join a game. Refresh. See, this is a bug. Okay, let's all record the bug one more time. Assign psychic. So it says GVD Brave is the psychic, right? GVD Brave is this guy. But when I start the game, Scoreboard is 0-0. And this works. Okay, so let's lock this. So now this guy, the Brave browser version, GVD Brave, should get the points when I create on. See, right now score is 0-0, lock. This is where it made the mistake. It assigns 4 points to this guy. It assigned 8 points here. I don't know why and what and how. And it says this guy got the point. What is this? Game rooms. Copy cell. Game state. No, I don't care about this, but I'll just paste this over here. Players. This is what I want. Apply. Player name. I don't know where did it. Points on 4. Psychic team awesome. Okay. So where is it getting this 8 points from? Current round. Team. What is this? Team score. Team awesome score. Team blossom score. Okay. I see what it's doing. I think it's the. I think just because we want to support both team mode and PvP mode, I think that's where the scoring and like the whole logic is falling apart. I'm trying to think, what can we do about it? Just because, like I said, right, we didn't set up the repo correctly with all the best practice, we just jumped in. And this is the example that then the agent seems to be finding the shortest route to get, like the hackiest route to get done what we are asking it to do. So it has hard coded the team names, right? We don't like, ideally when you're designing database columns, you don't want to name, like you do not have columns like team awesome score. Like you want to have just IDs and stuff in the database. You don't want like hard-coded names there. But this smart AI agent seems to have just done that. I need to think about it. How do I fix it? How do I refactor it? But let's try. Let's try player mode. Yeah. Player mode test. Okay. Join a game. Okay. So here assign psychic. So GVD Brave is a psychic. Start game. Okay, it works well. GVD Brave is a psychic. Scoreboard says 0-0 lock. And lock. And error. And back. What was this issue? Failed to execute insert before on node. The node before which the new node is not the child node of the node. Active game screen. Okay. The node before node which was okay. So even now it doesn't get. See here it says this guy GVD, like the non-psychic player got the score, but that's not supposed to happen. Let me first do this. Let me go here. Let me go game rooms. Let me player mode. I think this was it, right? Copy cell, players, this, apply filter. So it is calculating the score correctly. It is saying that, hey, the psychic was the brave, the GVD brave. Oops. The psychic was GVD brave and it gets 4 points. So it is calculating correctly. It's the UI state that is inconsistent. Zaro, you are a sweat. Streamer, why we using database here? So we are using database because you want to play multiplayer game, right? So you want yours and Tan's and Zaro's, everyone's score to be synced, everyone's state to be synced. So one way to do that is do P2P. So like your browser, everyone's browser communicate directly and the browser maintains the score, but that is very slow. Considering if one player is in US, one player is in India, one player is in Canada. So that is very slow. And that's why we use database. So there is a central repository of your scores, central repository of your, not repository, central database of your game state and everything. And your browser talks to the database and gets what it needs to do. Your game talks to the database, learns what it needs to do and updates it for you. Does that make sense? Oh, sorry. Where was it? Where was it? Sorry, I missed it, Zaro. Oh, okay. Question: do you input the answer to the? Do you input the answer previous to starting a round? Yes. So the psychic decides what the answer is, right? So, I have the error mode, but basically the psychic gets a dial, and the psychic can decide, okay, good movie, bad movie, and the question is not like LOTI. The question is good. The question is you have to select a range from good movie to bad movie, like 0 to 100, and then you say, okay, maybe 75, and then you try to telepathically tell them the number 75 without saying 75. So if it's good movie and bad movie, then you say, hey, Lord of the Rings or the new Marvel movie or whatever your thing is, right? And then your friends might understand that, hey, he's a fan of this. Maybe he'll rate 75 to this, or maybe he'll rate 50 to this. And then the non-psychic players, they move the dial to lock in the guess or to guess what the psychic was thinking. And then the psychic gets the points. Does that make sense? Or did I answer? I missed a lot of chat messages. Sorry, guys. I'll first tell this guy. Yeah. So the game is like you need to think of a score between two concept pairs, and then you need to hint the score to your friends, to the other players, without telling them the score. If OW has 1 million fans, then I am one of them. If OW has 10 fans, then I am one of them. If OW has only one fan, then that's me. If OW has no fans, that means I'm no longer. And now I need to figure out what is OW that you are talking about so passionately. Rocket League, TFT, and oh man, Zaro. Oh, you play a lot of cool games, man. I used to game and stream my games before. My last game, I think I was playing Assassin's Creed League of Legends. Oh no, not League of Legends. What was the Assassin's Creed game? Last one that was based in Japan. Assassin's Creed Shadows, I think. Yes. I started this, and we were actually planning a trip to Japan. So my thought was, I'll start this, I'll finish it off before I go to Japan, and then I'll visit the places. I did visit a couple of places in the game, but I couldn't finish it, and then I stopped streaming my. Yeah, I have to start again. I don't know when. I need like 48 hours in a day to do everything that I want to do. But yeah. Overwatch. Ooh. Good. How are the questions like good movie defined? So the questions right now are more or less hard coded. Concept pairs. Where was it? Concept pairs. Here you go. So these are more or less hard coded right now. I have generated like 200 some questions. Once the game is stable, I want to add authentication and then either a API or some kind of AI backend that generates this question based on the player's interests and choices and things like that. So maybe in the beginning of a game, or the player or the psychic might have a profile that, hey, I am a foodie, I like to travel, I like to watch movies, and I read crime thriller books, whatever, right? Then the AI might generate 20 questions, 20 concept pairs for them based on these interests, so they are easy or hard to generate the hints. But that is long time in future. Right now it's simply I just added it over here, not even in the database, but yeah. I think this guy did fix something, right? Missing safety check for use memo. Does it give me a root cause? User reported inside Flux investigating this. Okay, error should be resolved. Okay, let's try one more time. Let's refresh this guy. Host a game. I want to name something that I can keep remembering, right? Okay, test 001. This is how I'll name. This is player mode, initialize game. You know what I should have done? I should have asked the. Ooh, that is something I can do. I can ask the agent to create a game flow, right? Like a playwright or something. And then at the end of every change, I'll just run that flow to see if it's working or not. So basically automated testing. And I'll just run that instead of me doing all these things. And then maybe the agent can do that as well. Agent can run the test, debug the database, because a few times I did give the agent access to my local database and it pulled the queries, it got the information and it debugged the issues. So maybe we could do that as well. Anyways, test 001. Okay, so let's focus. Assign in a psychic. So Brave, this guy is going to be the psychic. Start game. Good, game started. This guy is a psychic, safe and dangerous. His name is Brave, so obviously he's dangerous, right? And I can, by the way, guys, did you see this? I can also shuffle the pair. So I can click on shuffle and now it's hometown and foreign country, which again aligns. I'm in a foreign country. Shuffle pet and pest. Shuffle common pet, exotic pet, cuddly, scary. Mountain valley. Oh, yes. Ooh, mountain. Okay, I'm going to set this to mountain. Lock. And mountain valley, right? So we want to test the scores. So now when I guess it, 1, the psychic gets the point if I guess correctly. That's one thing to check. And second, we want to check is the scoreboards. At the end of the round, the main scoreboard, everything is updated correctly. That's the two things we want to verify. So it's around what, 28%. So I'll take it. Okay, this is not getting updated, but okay. Somewhere here. Lock guess. I'm still getting this error. Wait. So it did go to the next page after locking the guess. Over here, it shows the non-psychic player got the point. +3. Okay. No, it shows the psychic player got the point. But what is this +3? I think this dashboard is confusing. It shows the psychic got 3 points. Psychic got 3 points. Psychic got 3 points. So this is consistent. This thing, it's consistent. It shows here +3 for both. I don't know what that means. I think I'll just remove that column and just show total score, but maybe we'll keep it right now. As long as the scoreboards are correct. This scoreboard is wrong. Here, this guy should have 3 points. This scoreboard is right. So scoreboards are not getting updated. Bro, this game could get political so far. I know. Oh. Oh, that's yeah. Oh yeah, you can have the politician's picture, and then the hints could be their policies or beliefs or whatever new tariffs they are trying to put, and then you could guess psychic's political tendencies. Yeah. Oh, that is a good idea. I'm going to add this to my list. Game to lose from the gain enemies. But still, it could, if done correctly, it could also, trigger a nice debate as well. Right? So, like the reason is, so in lot of, this is my belief that in lot of like political discussion nowadays, people forget that their tendencies are relative to each other and it's not an absolute extreme every time. There are cases that are absolute extreme every time, but people on different sides of the aisle, people on different, it's a spectrum like we have over here. So, right? So, knowing that for a certain issue, like right now in India, there are certain issues where people, they don't even debate, they argue. And my observation is they believe that, okay, the opposite person is like extreme right or extreme left, and that's not the way to go, right? But it could not be extreme right. It could be like he has some different opinion on certain beliefs. You have some different opinion on certain beliefs. So it's good to know that it's not as extreme as you think, and there are always ways to have a civil discussion and debate and solve it and come to a middle ground, things like that. So I'm just going to write it, add it, and I'll think how we can add it here, how we can implement it. I'm just going to copy your text. Oh, where is it? Where did the chat go? Okay. I'm putting so much effort in copying text instead of typing. I don't know why I sometimes do that. There you go. There you go. Yeah. People would probably at first always go full opposite, and then realizing that the scores are less radical, they start to relate. Exactly. You added a feature. Yeah, this is I never thought of it like that. This is really good. This is really good. And then, yeah. Oh, it has a lot of potential. Thank you, man. This is awesome. I'm going to. I was hoping to like fix all the bugs and call it a day for this game, and then focus on something else. But I think I might add, like, have one more stream and just add that feature. Why am I still getting? Do I need to refresh this? Console not found. Failed to insert node before the node. Active. Okay, I'm going to just take screenshot of this. Copy this. What is this? It's the same error, right? Yes. I am still getting this error after the guesses are locked. Thank you, man. Thank you. Really appreciate that. After the guesses are locked. I think once the game is stable enough, all these features, even the pictures one, that could also be interesting. It'll be a good streaming game for sure. Oh yeah. Exactly. Like you can break down like detailed policies into like the nuances of it, right? Like, okay, like right now I just saw the news, so I don't want to get political right now, but like Trump, the way Trump is handling immigration, right? So immigration is not just what is doing, but there's so many nuances there. So maybe each of them could be a spectrum, a concept pair, and then people can get to know each other's ideologies, each other's beliefs, where they lie in that spectrum. It could also help with dating. No need to introduce the flow. Need to introduce the flow after the auto reveal round is closed. Interesting. Let me check the locked. I see it now. The potential race condition. Okay. Okay. This time I'm going to. Why did it update? Okay. This time I'm going to restart the server just to be safe. Help with what? Help with like dating and all. So, like if you're, it could be a nice dating game as well. You want to understand your partner, and instead of asking questions and directly answering, this could be a fun interactive game where you try to guess what the partner thinks about a lot of different things, right? Something like that. Ooh, I just saw Tan. Good night, man. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. Good night. By the way, tomorrow is holiday for you, Tan, right? I think you might have already left, but yeah. I'm going to clear cache and refresh so that I make sure. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's see. Host a game. Player mode. Test 002. Initialize game. Join a game. This. Join a game. Assign psychic. The Brave browser is the psychic. This guy is the psychic. Start game. See, it changed the psychic last minute. Just something to fix later on. Soft, hard. I can move it. Yeah, I can move it. Okay. And I'm going to lock it to 50% because we want to check the scores. Lock it to 50%. Okay, no errors. No errors. But the scores are not working. Why can't it get this right? Let me see the game rooms. What is testing 02, right? Copy. Oops. Copy cell. Players. See, okay. DaveMode was the psychic, so DaveMode did get 4 points in the database. So again, our backend logic is intact. It's something in the front end, some race condition there that's causing all the issues. If I click on next round now, so now it gave the score correctly. Can I edit? All right, Zaro. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. Yeah, I really appreciate the support and loved the idea. So hopefully I get to stabilize the game today, and next week we'll try and implement this. Yes, talk to you soon. Hopefully I'll meet you this week. I'm going to that meetup so on 28th. So we'll chat there. Have a great day, man. Take care. So so this score again is now working. Now if I do lock, see you, man. See you. So here it added 4. Next round, both got 4 points, which is perfect. I need to reheat my tea. Guys, I'll be back in 30 seconds, okay? Whew. All right, I am back. So I think what the agent did was it simply reset what he had undid the changes it did before. So log gas 44. It should have total year. It should have increased year, but it doesn't work till I click on next round. And still this score is wrong. This score, it should be 8. Why? Is it because I insisted on the flux architecture? So here is a vibe coding, agentic coding philosophy that I am not able to get around with. That I'm not able to get around with. Let me undo this thing. Okay, it's got all too fast. Okay. So it's about it. The theory is that if you are vibe coding or if you are doing agentic programming, it doesn't matter what is the quality of your code, because you don't have to maintain it, you don't have to manage it. The agent does that. So your code could be whatever it is, and it just works because you are not coding. You don't have to maintain, you don't have to use your brain cells to fix it, manage it, and you can have an agent do that day or night. If that is the case, then I can keep it as it is, right? I can what was the change? There was an API call somewhere here. Let me just accept these. I can just keep those changes as it is, and the game would work. Let's try it. Back to the menu. Refresh. Player mode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test 003. Menu, join a game, assign psychic assigned, start a game, and it changed the psychic. Last minute it changed the psychic. I don't know why, what, how. Lock. Right. Does the score look good? No, score doesn't look good. DaveMode got the score as expected. I am confused. Okay, let's do it. Just because our state of the thing is discard. Okay. I'm going to create start a new conversation. I'm going to first force it to list all the issues or list all the implementation that goes against our Flux architecture pattern, and then take it from there. Okay. So I want the app to strictly strictly implement and follow the Flux architecture. Scan the code base and create a document listing all the changes needed to implement this architecture. Yeah, we need to make sure all UI updates are subscribed to the store. Not all, most, where possible. Subscribe to the store for updates. All API calls update the store with the response. Let's see what it cooks here. But yeah, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to first create, because my belief is whatever bugs we are seeing it due to inconsistent state updates and race conditions in the UI. And select another model. Oh, okay. Do I get to okay, delete this conversation. Let me paste this here. Bye, Shiba. Got to go. Nice day. All right, Prath. Thank you for stopping by, man. Have a nice day. See you soon. Yeah, what was the thing? Yeah. So for all the changes, I saw the database is getting updated correctly, but it's the UI that's messed up. The UI states are not getting updated correctly, and I think that is the problem. Our UI is not following any of the best practices or anything. And the only way that I can think of what's happening here. Keep the window open, close completely. Something went berserk. And I think that is the only way to fix that is to use the Flux architecture, where there's a consistent store, all the elements subscribe to that store updates, everything in the UI is driven by the store update, and every API call always updates the store. That's what we are trying to do. I'm going to save my prompt somewhere before I paste something else. Strictly. Oops, why can I type? I want to apply. I was to strictly implement and follow the Flux. Scan the code base and create a document listing recommendations and implement the architecture. Make sure. You know what? I'm going to use. AI to generate this prompt because I want to make sure it does it right. So, me write a prompt for the agentic coding for the coding agent that I'm using. I'm seeing a lot of UI update issues and I want to make sure the UI follows the texture strictly before I make any change. I want to audit the code and then have the agent make changes. Below is a starter prompt. Get this audit correct. Ask me questions. Let's see. Because everything it is walked through. Okay, open agent manager. Okay, we are now in the right place. Now let's see. Okay. Let's give this, where is my agent manager? You can read the model one. Okay. Okay. This is a detail. Even I cannot see this prompt. Okay. Yeah. So this is a detailed prompt to just audit our code base. And create a documentation of what needs to be done. Then we'll audit it. Then we'll implement the changes. And then one at a time. That's all we want to do. One at a time. Right? Go slow. And hopefully that fixes all the issues. And I'll see if the audit comes up with inconsistency of scores and all, then maybe I'll start with that so that we can quickly test it. There are two things. One is inconsistency in the scoring, and another is the game state that is not getting refreshed when the round changes. Tasks. Okay. What was I? Yeah. So that is not getting updated. So we, for the audit report, we'll go through it. Hopefully it will tell us what are the issues, and then we can take it from there. I wish if there was a way to yeah, see, I hope it's not making. It started making changes. Oh, dumbass. Why did you do that? Oh, wait, no. So audit complete. I have marked all the tasks as finished in the checklist. Since you approved the plan, are you ready to start the plan of phase for implementation? I recommend prior period refining activation and store actions to fix the split brain and fetched component violation. Let me see. Executive summary. The audit assesses next day the audit tech flags activities, primary goals, ensure the store is single source with forcing unidirectional data flow. That's what I want. Eliminating split brain, blah blah blah. Total 11 violations. Impact is high. Okay. This is what I was hoping to find. Let's see. We scanned the code base and found 4 anti-patterns. One, fetch component. Components initiating API calls, superbase queries directly in use effect, right? Yeah, API, get players room ID, use effect, get round results. Yeah, so we don't want that. We want the room details, everything coming from the store. Prop dealer. State passes down more than 2 layers deep instead of a child subscribing to a store. Again, the same thing. Good that we are catching these things. Split brain. So team awesome. Okay. The components duplicating store state into local use state. Duplicate player, duplicate. Okay, again, this is the thing what we want, right? We don't want anything in the component state. Components can be as dumb as they can be, and everything comes from the store. That is it. And hopefully the stores update every time we get a real-time update from the database. Where was I? Reload. Okay. Zombie listener. Manual use effect. Okay. Central looks. Okay, that is done. Okay. Store gap analysis. Fetch players exist but is unused by active get string round results. Yeah, see? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Can I go back? This, yeah. This is what we want to use. Okay. P0 use state local. Can I expand this table? This is hard to. Is there? Can I? No. This sucks. Can I see it in the different view? It's the same thing even here. So what I want to do is before it executes the plan, I want to make sure it also subscribes to all the real-time updates. Before, okay, before extend the audit to the real-time audit to scan the real-time updates from and the subscriptions from the real-time updates. Subscriptions from the real-time updates to make sure they follow the app best practices. You know what? I'm going to use this only. I'm confused. And flux architecture. Extend the audit and refactoring plan. Refactoring plan to first. Flux architecture. I'm trying to think. Okay, I think this is enough. Let's see what it does. Yo, code guy, welcome. Man, it is complete. So it works, but there are still intermittent race conditions that are very hard to debug and fix. So in the multiplayer mode, right? So we are using WebSockets right now, real-time updates right now. And I saw the database is getting updated correctly. So our API and the logic is correct. It's the front-end state that is horrible. So even if the database says, hey, the score is 8, the front-end state does not update it to 8. It just shows 4. If the database says, hey, we are in round 2, front-end might not get updated. Which is very painful to debug because that doesn't happen every time. It's very inconsistent. The issue is very inconsistent. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to audit the front end. I try to enforce the Flux architecture, which will make everything consistent, which will hopefully make the components rely only on the store and update the state only based on the store. And if that works, hopefully the issues are fixed. Else I'll just use polling or something to force it. UI? Yes. So the UI components, they follow the state of the component, right? And if you see this audit report on the right, there are lots of components that are using API calls, that are using local state to update the UI or UX, whatever you call it, right? I'm pleased to say that has been approved. Who approved? I need to understand how to use this guy. I asked it to do something else, but it took that as an approval. It's okay. We can add our requirement later on. How are you doing, Code? Man, your game looks so good. How can, if I want to play it, is it in a public GitHub repo or you are let's say a private thing? Man, look at this comment. I have confirmed active game stream is corrupt as suspected. The content from the new changes appear intermingled with the old and the file size has ballooned. Man, don't balloon my file sizes. Let's just approve it and go for it. Then we'll test it. Why you like light so much? So, is this localhost? Yeah. So one thing is, see, this is dark, but there is also light here. So one thing is, I read somewhere, not read, I did a lot of research. I still research. I like dark mode a lot. Like I personally, I would love to use dark mode, but I saw like generally using more dark mode is not good for your eyes. Like generally, like it's not applicable to everyone, but people like we as humans, we are used to reading dark on light. So background is light, foreground is dark, like our books and all used to be that. And I saw even for me personally, when I'm reading text and all, I prefer like I read faster, I perceive faster when I'm reading in light mode. So then if I have apps in multiple different modes, like dark mode, light mode, then it's not a good experience, right? Sorry, I'm just going through this 1 second. So the gist is, yeah, that's why I like switched to light mode completely. There are times when I just move to dark mode and see how cool everything looks, and it looks really good. But when it comes to consuming text, I like light mode more. That's why I always work in daytime with lights on and everything. Dark mode is good if your room is dark, but I always keep my room bright and white and light. So I know most of the people in this field they use dark mode. I'm one of the few outliers. Refactor subscriptions. Oh, yeah, it does have subscriptions. Zombie, yes. Before we go to the next step, I'll quickly run a test. Test 05. So are you a dark mode person or a light mode person? I'm assuming you're a dark mode person. This is still a bug. And there's another use memo is not defined. I just paste this, I guess. I think this is just an import. I'm getting lazier. Result screen, right? Can I just do this? Man, the windows are confusing. Where is my editor? This was the editor. Okay. Use memo. There you go. Initial round is not defined. Yeah. Let me remove this. And then go. Tum, 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 tum. What is this? Oh, okay. It's my green screen. Oh, it's a shadow. Okay. No issues. I said, why is there a weird digital thingy behind me? Host a game, player mode, test 006. Initialize game, copy, and I've done this so many times. Refresh, join. There's still a bug. Lock. Result screen. Man. Team undefined is not a. Is that? Are there any other errors? What are the issues? Okay. Maybe. Okay, no, I can't do that. Test 007. Oh, James Bond test is here. Let's go here. Okay. Scores are not correct. Right? Total score. Nothing here. Next round. Now the score is okay. Log guess. Total score is good. Okay. Next round. Log guess. We're loading to see the browser. Okay. Okay, we'll keep this as it is. I mean, we are still in the middle of making the changes. So, okay, what are the next step? Once everything is done, after that I'll test. And then I'll create a new instance and then audit it again to see what's the thing. Can you extend the prompt to also audit the real-time DB subscribers? They are they follow the Flux architecture and are implemented the best practice. I'll let it decide what the best practice is. Okay, for the next, I had a weird thought, which I think is common when you are building with agentic coding, that one more way I can improve the code quality is to introduce skills and everything. So let me do that. I had seen this the other day. Skills.sh. So see, Versal Labs has React best practices. So I want to understand, how do I use this How to use skills in anti-gravity. Okay. So I want to, you know what, I'll do this so it's easy to switch. Accept changes. It's only 4 things, okay. I'm going to go here. Didn't mean to go here, I meant to go here. I'm going to do this and then do this. I want to make sure we do a clean refresh, clean fresh start. Okay, we'll explore that after this. But what I was trying to think, what I was trying to go with was that if this doesn't work, can we have the skills folder set up and then agent follow that and, you know, make life easy for agent and for us. But let's see. Okay, join a game. Oh, not join a game, sorry, host a game. Test 008, player mode. Okay, lock, lock. Score is not working as expected, that is okay. This scoreboard is wrong, okay. Next round. Now the score. Next round. Wait, what happened? Next round. Something I can't figure out what. Scoreboard, okay. Next round. Back to menu. Let's start again. This test didn't give me any information. Host a game. 009 player mode. This is supposed to be easy, and that's my worry, that this is not a very complicated logic. Join a game. Assign psychic. Start game. never works. This is a consistent issue. It assigns psychic as someone else. Okay, lock guess. Scoreboard is nothing. Waiting for host. Scoreboard is still nothing. That is already done. Okay. Scoreboard is DaveMode is psychic. Okay, got the points. Okay. Now Brave is psychic. Confusion. Or maybe it is working as expected. And I'll tell you why. Now that we fixed everything, the real-time updates and the store gets updated immediately, and that's why we move to the screen just like that and not wait for the players to go to the next screen. I think that is it. So let's say this guy is the psychic, so I'll just lock here. I'll lock the guess. Here we have the scores. Here we got the scores. Okay. Scoreboard. Okay, it stayed here. Click on next round. Let's start again. Host. Dash 10. Player mode. Join a game. Assign psychic doesn't make a sense. Start game. Okay. So transmit. Log guess. Okay. So we got the score. I'm waiting for it to do something on its own, but okay. Next round. Okay. I can move it, yeah. Log guess. And it directly gave me round results over here. This is confusing. See, it just moved to next round without playing that round. This it plays. So there's again, see, same thing, a weird race condition, right? Somewhere where the I'm trying to think. It's a little bit involved. Okay, let's do this. Open engine manager, new conversation. How are the psychics selected in the game? I think this is what the integrity is good for. You can ask questions. The reason I'm asking questions is one, even I want to understand what the game is doing behind the scenes, and then I also want to fix few things. Sorry, I'm lost in my thought right now. That what could be wrong with this? Okay, so the selection depends on the game mode. Team mode, initial selection, second is randomly from team. Okay. The game rotates from awesome to blossom to awesome for team active cycles from the players in the team. Okay. PvP mode. The game rotates through players sequentially based on the order they join the room. Okay, based on the order they join the room. See, this is good to know, because that's the when you click on select psychic, it shows other player as a psychic. So okay, this is good to know. As the round setup phase, the game generates a new round with the concept pair. The target position is usually hidden and set to null. Psychic phase. The psychic then selects sees the concept pair, chooses shuffle, or the psychic sets the target position on the dial based on their clue. Once the target is set, the dial is hidden from other players. Guessing phase. All the guessers can now discuss and move the dial. When the player feels confident, they lock in their guess. Round wait until all non-psychic players are locked in. Okay. Point cycle based on how close the average guess is, or best guess in PvP. Okay. This we want to fix. Okay. So let's first fix the scoring. Okay, so I'm just going to use this. The game logic is almost correct. Okay, scoring fix. We need the following fixes in the scoring logic. 1. The points always goes to the psychic. PSYCHIC. If it's team mode, then the team with it gets the points. If it's PvP mode, the psychic player gets the points. So in the player mode, it calculates the average guess or the best guess. update the PVP logic to calculate the average guess of all the non-average. No, but that I'm trying to think, because if we keep average guess, and if let's say 3 players are if 3 players are playing, 2 players give 0 points and 1 player gives 4 points, then he'll get what, 1 point something. Which, okay, I'll just make this change. Okay, I'll keep rest of the things as it is. Okay, let's the reason I'm doing this is I feel the agent doesn't have the right context whenever I directly tell it to code something. Again, it could be because of the way our whole game has a whole repo has been set up. The code structure has been set up. So I'm trying to break it down and have it understand what to do. Because I can immediately, not only as soon as non-player, because the system monitors the number of locked players when locked players are okay. 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 So it, like, from the understanding, it looks it's doing the right thing, but when we run the code, I don't think it's doing the right thing. So let's see over here. If I log guess, right? If okay, let me start again. Host a game 011. I don't know which. Initialize game. Join a game. Do go here. What is this? Either. Where did this come from? Where the hell did that come from? Room code format. I feel I enter room code. It's enter. No, it's either. placeholder. You know what? It's this value. Maybe. We'll go there as we go. I feel I messed up the game more today than fixing it. Yeah, it's hard. And now, right now, I'm not sure how do I drive it in that right direction. Either I manually do it, which is possible, but then it's time wasting. And okay, this is the first bug. Let me just start doing this. I'll just create one task. Great. Bugs. Let me create this. To-do list. In PvP mode, and the player when assign thanking button, psychic button assigns the non-host player as psychic, but in UI, but in the game the host gets a psychic. I'm just noting it down right now. Okay, start game. Okay, so scores are 0. Okay, test 0 1 1 1. Let's go here. Oof, game rooms. Copy cell. Players. Apply filter. Game state. Apply filter. Rounds. Apply filter. First round, safe dangerous. Players. DaveMode Judy Brave is host. Judy Brave is the host. Yeah, Judy Brave is the host. Okay, true. Is psychic true? I think some of these it doesn't count. So is psychic. Why do we have it here? Right? It keeps on changing everything. Or maybe it does make sense. Okay. Is connected true. Joined at last seen. Text. Okay, that doesn't matter. Score 0. Okay. 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 So now this guy is a psychic. So I lock this. Okay. So right now it doesn't show scores here. It doesn't show score here or here. But if we go here, do I have to refresh this? It shows that Brave got the score. So backend is updated correctly. So this is bug number 2. At the end of each round, the backend gets updated with the score correctly, but the front end is not updated. Okay. Now we go to the next round. Okay, this is a new bug. I didn't do anything, right? This is an interesting bug. I think this is the high priority bug. Clicking on next round, after first round. Clicking on next round, what happens is, yeah. And if I see rounds, let's go to rounds. Yeah, it has a round. It doesn't have a target position. It doesn't have anything. So now the inconsistent comes. Now let's say I lock it here. So this is waiting for players. This is set over here, and things break. This is the first bug that I want to fix. Next round. When the non-psychic player, when the psychic player becomes non-psychic, becomes non-psychic, the player screen waits for psychic transmission for few seconds and then navigates to the, what was the screen? Result screen without any interaction. Without any interaction or gameplay from other players. Even the psychic has not. I'll break it down into, like, to make it clear and more precise for the bot, but I'm just writing my thoughts. Even the psychic has not locked in the guess yet. Locked in the, I need better terms for these. Locked in the round. Locked in the target position yet. This makes this blocks this is creates an inconsistent state. This creates an inconsistent game state. The database seems to be correct. Backend database seems to be accurate. Okay, so what we are, let's see, are there any other any other symptoms for this? I need water. I need water. So rounds, we are in second round, the locked positions, everything is correct, right? For the players, this guy is the psychic, and okay, everything is correct. It's only the front, like the front end, that's inconsistent. So now let's break it down. Inconsistent. Okay. Clicking the next one. So let's first set up, right? Next round bug. Fix the following next round bug. So now I'll write setup. Host was the psychic and non setup PvP mode. Host was the psychic and known host was the psychic. That's more than enough. The round completed correctly and as expected. Host clicks on next round. Host becomes a non-psychic player. The okay, what's going to sound? Now we'll call it. This is a behavior. Host becomes a non-psychic player. The host screen waits for the result screen. The host screen waits for the psychic transmission for a few seconds and then navigates through the result screen. Without, okay, this is also important. Even the psychic for this round has not even locked the target position, right? And now we'll say this is the result. The game now is in inconsistent state. Some players are the interaction or gameplay from the high. Some players are on the dial screen. Psychic is on the. I think this should be enough. Backend database seems accurate. Okay. Let me see. Agent manager. Help fix this high priority bug. Help fix the following high priority next bug. Even though it was found in PvP mode, make sure the bug is fixed if present in team mode. Let's see. Now I want to do something else. I'm going to do 2 agents. If you want to break it into 3 prompts for UI, API, and backend, think of it as if the app is going to be judged in its code quality, maintainability, and scalability. Okay. So the issue was caused by stale state in store. When those who next round, the player dials from the previous round were persisting active game string. Immediately loading the next round for false record. Explicitly reset. Okay. Okay, makes sense. The next round flow ready for manual testing. Okay. Let me try this. After this, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Just one test, and then I'll do rest of it offline. Join game, assign, start. Okay, lock. Okay, this guy got the points. Next round. So, okay. Oops, give me the error. One, paste, two, paste. I am getting the attached 2 errors when I click on next round. Okay, so this I'm going to do it like this. That is 1, 2, 3. Now I have 4 agents running. I'm going to focus on this one. We'll wait for 5 minutes, else I'll just call it a day for today. Okay, so this is how we are supposed to use the agents. Like 4 agents doing all this amazing work. This is the one. Okay. There's too many responsibilities. Global recommendation, split in small of a game logic provider. Yeah, see, this is the code quality problem. Okay, I like that. Where is this guy? Anyways. Okay. Okay, interesting. This is what I wanted. Debugging, fix the header recursive for the now and for the full component remount on round change. Okay, one last round. Why does I keep getting this? Where is Spanish here? There's nothing. Okay, post a game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Initialize game. Join a game. Okay, so this guy's thing. This guy's waiting. Lock. So now we get to select. Okay. Okay. Scoreboard. Okay, that we have not fixed yet. Okay, I think I'm going to call it a day. I'll look into this offline, but thank you so much everyone for joining. I had a lot of fun. This game is still far from over as I hoped for. Not hoped for, but as I thought it might be. There are a lot of code quality issue. We cannot just release it to production with these issues, especially if you want to add some fun features that Zaro suggested. So we'll continue on this next week. Till then, adios. Take care. Stay safe, guys. Bye.